How hopeful are the Packers that this move will help keep Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay?
Well, this move signals that the Packers are ready to accommodate Aaron Rodgers. It gives them flexibility either way because he's a good coach. But right now, the Packers, I'm told, are operating under the belief that Rodgers will let them know what his plans are between February 22nd, March 8th. That's the franchise tag window. That's when they have to decide on Davante Adams' tag. So Rodgers knows that. So they're all planning accordingly. I'm told the Packers firmly believe that they still give Rodgers the best chance to win.
Wow. February 22nd, folks. Don't forget, 4 days away. So that's how soon potentially a decision could come. And Mike, I got to say, I look at this. This seems like a move right out of your playbook.
Absolutely. I'm trying every single verb. Recruiting, begging, cajoling. It may be Lambeau Field, but it's going to be on Rogers Boulevard. You tell us what we need to do to make you a Green Bay Packer. And in all seriousness, from a football standpoint, as Hembo pointed out, the last 4 years of Drew Brees' career, the New Orleans Saints had the best record. We could keep pushing out cap charges. It's not ideal long term, but to Jeremy's point, we keep Davante Adams, we keep Devondre Campbell. You have a chance to win. You tell us what the offseason calendar looks like, Aaron. You're a Green Bay Packer. Tell us what it's going to take.
And remember, Aaron Rodgers was the guy who wanted the voice in the front office, wanted people to listen to him on who he wants. Maybe potentially he said the same thing right here. All right, Sacho, what do you make of this move?
I think it's a good move for the camp that wants to keep Aaron Rodgers, right? If you're the Packers, you're doing whatever you can to get Aaron Rodgers in your facility. Hey, I've got this coach who's been with you before. That's a positive. And I think the way Aaron Rodgers sees it, it's like, hey, man, everything that the Packers are doing now is to keep me. I would see it the same way if I was a quarterback of Aaron Rodgers' caliber.
All right, and then the flip side is, Mike, how does this work out if Aaron Rodgers says, okay, great, you brought in a guy I respect and love and who helped me become who I wanted to be, but you know what, I'm still leaving.
Yeah, I'm hard-pressed to see the Green Bay Packers as a better team without Davante Adams. He's a great young player in the prime of his career. Arguably, he's the best receiver in football. And when you look at the question marks between Minnesota, Chicago, Detroit, 2 new head coaches, big question mark in Detroit about quarterback, they could still go win this division. Maybe it's a Jameis Winston and Jimmy Garoppolo. So I'm keeping Adams because he's a meaningful piece for the future.
Well, they just gave up not 1, not 2, 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance. And the reason why you do that is because you want to play him somewhat early so you can get the salary cap benefits of having a rookie quarterback making $2 million a year. You can build around him. You can sign Deebo Samuel, all those guys they want to keep for that championship window. So if they make that move, it signals that they don't believe in Trey Lance. And so Tom Brady could be maybe the more realistic option because he's retired. The Bucs own his rights. Maybe they want to get some draft capital if Tom's done with Tampa, and they can go get their own quarterback. But I just don't see it.
Yeah. What do you do to make that happen? Or do you make that happen if you're in San Fran?
Yeah, well, there's no way if I'm Tampa Bay that I'm going to let Tom Brady unretire and then go into the NFC. There's zero chance. Okay. So, look, if I'm San Francisco, I have 3 ones. Jeremy's pointing Trey Lance. I got to see what is there. I think you keep Jimmy G, but if I'm Aaron Rodgers, look, that's an ideal spot. I just don't see it happening because I don't see these NFC competitors letting him go there.
Okay, which builds to my other point. If you're Green Bay, are you letting this happen even if they're throwing the house at you?
0% chance. A decade ago, when we traded for Brett Favre at the Jets, they were so concerned that we were going to trade him to Minnesota. It was actually in the trade papers that we were going to have to give up 3 first-round picks to Green Bay. And we were like, look, we're cutting Chad Pennington. Brett Favre's going to be our quarterback. But they were so concerned that we put it in the trade papers to make sure they knew we weren't going to do that. That's how concerned teams are about that. And if I'm Green Bay, I'll do anything but let them go to the NFC.
Okay, Sam Acho, I know you have been on record of saying that Aaron Rodgers should stay in Green Bay, but do you see a legit fit here in San Fran?
Yeah, I definitely see a fit, and I was on record pretty much saying if it's Green Bay or Denver, I think definitely stay Green Bay rather than go to Denver. But I think San Francisco could be a really good fit. Obviously, how realistic is it? That's the question. But San Francisco is a team that's beat them a bunch of times. And so it's almost like thing, if you can't beat them, join them. And so I think if Aaron Rodgers joins San Francisco, they'd obviously would be a very potent Super Bowl contending football team.
See, I think that if Aaron Rodgers is sitting back and he's watching this and he's saying to himself, yeah, why not? I have a contract that is essentially in some ways a poison pill contract, right? The whole point was I set this thing up, huge cap number. They got to work with me in order to get that cap number down or I hamstring their entire team. So doesn't he have some leverage here?
Yeah, and Aaron, we'll take the hamstring strain. We'll carry your cap charge to June 2nd. It's not ideal, but we'll do that because you are not playing in the NFC. You're a Packer, you're in the AFC, or you're going to retire. Period. End of story. You're under contract. We want to work with you collaboratively, but you can make life painful for us, and we'll survive.
And I guess the other part of that, Jeremy, is they could franchise Devontae Adams, but that doesn't leave a very happy Adams in some circumstances, maybe.
Well, here's a guy who wants to blow the market out of the water. He believes that he's the top receiver in the NFL, and he's got a good case for that. And so we're talking that market's going to be $25, $28 million a year, maybe. Franchise tag is below $20 million. So there's going to be an issue, but I expect that to be a placeholder to work out a long-term deal.
In some ways, I don't envy what Green Bay must be going through in their management, but if they can pull this off and get both of those guys back, they're going to be the superstars of Green Bay forever. There will never be a time where they eat and have to pay money for a meal.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.